The Hilux is a name that resonates across Africa for work, for adventure, and for reliability. Now Toyota is rolling out the 2026 Hilux and it brings a fresh new face, but it's not all new underneath. Today on Road Boss Africa, we're breaking down exactly what has changed, what's still the same, and whether this update is truly made for African roads. First off, the exterior has been sharpened up under what Toyota calls its Cyber Sumo design theme. You get slimmer LED headlights, a more angular body-colored mesh grille, and a chunkier lower bumper that gives the Hilux a more aggressive modern look. At the back, there is a new integrated step behind the rear wheel, very practical for loading things into the tray. Inside, Toyota has given the Hilux a serious upgrade. There's a completely redesigned 3-tier dashboard. A 12.3-inch touchscreen is now standard across variants with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The instrument cluster is now digital, too. On some models, you get a 12.3-inch display. Ergonomics have been improved. The new console is wider, the armrest slides, and there's a redesigned steering wheel. On safety and tech, Toyota has expanded driver assistance features and added things like active traction control, or ATRC, and a rear differential lock in some models. But while the face and interior look fresh, the underlying platform is still the same tried and tested IMV ladder frame chassis. This is no weakness. In fact, for African roads, this old-school body-on-frame design is very valuable. The wheelbase and general cabin structure haven't changed significantly, which means legroom for rear passengers remains tight, a common concern, especially on double cab models. Under the hood, Toyota is sticking with the 2.8-liter turbo diesel GD6 engine for many markets. Some variants will even get a 48-volt mild hybrid system to boost efficiency. So what do these changes mean for us in Africa? Quite a lot, actually. We now have a more modern cabin, but the ladder frame durability is still there. This is perfect for people who need a workhorse and also want some comfort when driving long distances or commuting. With ATRC and a rear differential lock on some models, the Hilux will be better equipped to handle slippery dirt roads, hills, or off-road jobs. According to Toyota's brochure, the underbody is now stronger and wider for better protection, meaning less damage from rocks or rough terrain. And with 2 suspension tunes, a work setup and a comfort setup, your Hilux can feel more refined when empty or loaded. With mild hybrid and even electric versions expected in some markets, this Hilux could serve both in rural operations and in more modern urban fleets. Now for our Road Boss Africa Real Talk, the new Hilux loses something important. The traditional volume knob is gone. And that might seem small, but on African roads, it matters. When you're driving in dusty, bumpy terrain, fiddling on a touchscreen to adjust volume is not ideal. You lose focus, and it's less safe. A physical knob gave you that tactile control. Simple, fast, and intuitive. Also, despite the refresh, the interior's basic structure didn't change much, meaning the legroom in the back is still tight. For people carrying passengers or doing family-run business trips, that could be a real problem. Some people feel it's a step backwards. Overall, the 2026 Hilux feels like a smart compromise. Modern enough to feel like an upgrade, but still rugged and practical for work and off-road life. For African users, farmers, business owners, aid workers, mechanics, this Hilux could be a very good pick. The design overhaul gives it a more premium feel, but Toyota kept the things that matter most: durability, strong frame, and reliable engine options. My verdict? It's not a revolution, it's evolution. And in many ways, that's exactly what we need here. Toyota should make sure this model is accessible in Africa, with options for both basic and higher spec trims. If they pair this redesign with good pricing and maintenance support, this Hilux could become the go-to pickup once again. What do you think? Is the 2026 Hilux a worthy upgrade or just a facelift? Would you trade your current pickup for this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, if you want more in-depth reviews on vehicles built to survive African roads, hit subscribe, hit like, and share this video with your crew. This is Road Boss Africa, for real cars, real roads, and real talk.